been frantic, it's been crazy. Obviously, getting to see you lovely people, and so tomorrow I can just relax and just enjoy the music.
Yeah. You staying in Cardiff as well tonight?
Yeah. I'm staying local.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's a very lively night, a Friday night in Cardiff.
With family.
Chip Alley.
With family.
Yeah, my wife who's down, and my sister and brother-in-law are down as well. So it's been because when I got 4 tickets, and then for the other 2, and then straight away my sister was like, right, I'm having those, because they queued up until like 4 a.m. to get tickets for me back in the 90s. So they had to be atop of the list.
And why 2 nights back to back in Cardiff?
Well, I secured the first night, and so that was the key one. I needed to be first night, and then the second one came up as a quick opportunity, and so I just thought, I've got to do it.
I'm here anyway.
Exactly, why not?
Yeah.
If you're here anyway, you've got a hotel, so definitely go to the second one.
What about your first Oasis gig? Can you remember where it was?
It was here. It was in Cardiff.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was down
Which
the
year?
road. It was March 1996 at the Cardiff International Arena.
That's the night I've been telling you about.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw him on the What's the Story Morning Glory tour.
Absolutely, and it was the last run of shows. Here we go, proper Oasis nerd stuff now. It was the last run of shows when Noel was still doing his sit on the stool acoustic set before they changed it up for the big shows like the Main Road and the Nebworth, where it changed around. But so we were there for those last times when just seeing Noel doing acoustic stuff.
And we sang Wonderwall back to Noel at night as well.
Yeah.
So that was the night then. So you saw the Manic Street Preachers because they supported.
No, I didn't. So there was 2 nights. There was Heavy Stereo was my night.
So you were night 1.
I was night 1.
We were night 2.
Yeah.
In fact, the program. Have you got a program yet?
Yeah.
The program has a listing of all the Oasis gigs as well, and it's sitting there proudly in 1996. That's amazing. 96, and now you're seeing them.
Well, that's it. That's where it started. And hopefully that's not where it ends. We hope that they will carry on. But yeah, it's a lovely symmetry, isn't it, to be in Cardiff again.
What about the podcast? How did that start?
Well, I loved podcast. Obviously, I loved Oasis. They were my favourite band growing up, and then I loved podcasting. I just loved listening to Beatles podcasts, football podcasts, all that sort of stuff. And every now and then I would just search for an Oasis one, and no one had done one. And it was only really I'd done sort of a few bits and pieces on other people's podcasts. I got my head around sort of how to do it. And these days, a phone, it's a studio, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I figured out how to do it, and I just said one day hello, welcome to the Oasis podcast, and then uploaded it, and it's like, here we go, what's it going to be? Thought it might just be me and my pals, like a continuation of us when we were kids, just sitting around talking, what's your favourite songs, why are Oasis so great? But I sent out a few emails just to a few different random people from the Oasis world, and straight away I got some replies, I'll come on. And so you think, wow, okay. So pretty quick, I got Brian Cannon, who's been in with you guys today. I got Tony McCarroll, the original drummer.
Yeah.
I got Steve White, Alan White's brother, who played with Paul Weller. So straight away I was like, oh wow, this is becoming a proper thing.
And do you know if the Gallagher brothers listen or across what you do?
They're aware of it. Liam sent me an audio message. I've never met Liam or Noel. I don't know how I would feel about that if I did.
Would you be nervous? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. It's going to be, I don't know. But yeah, it would be amazing. But the one thing I do have is Liam sent me an audio message. So not long after the podcast started, we kind of did sort of an end of year kind of awards, because both Liam and Noel had done albums that year. And I sort of did a bit of an awards thing, but it's just Liam v Noel. And Liam kind of cleaned up that year. And and I pinged it over to Debbie, his manager and his partner. And lo and behold, I got audio messages back from Liam saying like, thank you very much. And
That's amazing.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
And you speak to him on Twitter as well.
I'm one of the people that gets reply. What Liam does on Twitter, it's so frustrating. Because obviously I'd love for him to come on the podcast. I'd love to actually properly engage with him. But all he does, and the thing is with me, he doesn't I don't reply to him and then he replies to me. He's just lurking in the background, looking at my tweets and just replies occasionally. And it's so frustrating because you're like, well, if you're obviously watching, why don't you actually engage properly? But, like I said about, when it ticked over into, it's going to be next month, I said, I'm seeing Oasis next month. And Liam came up, show off.
Oh, really?
And you're like, and it's only when I sort of go, why have I got 600 notifications? It's like, oh, Liam's replied. Okay.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Liam's replied.
Characteristically Liam as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I listened to your full episode. Thank you for the shout out, by the way. We got a shout out.
Oh, did we? Oh,
on the
amazing. Thank you.
podcast, and it was the one where you spent an hour and 39 minutes speculating about what the set list might be. Any consensus? I mean, what would you personally like to hear? Openers, closers, in the middle?
Sure. Well, the main thing is we believe it's pretty much all leaked. And I stayed away from that because the first time when people were coming up and recording outside the stadium, when they were doing the I don't think it was actually sound checking Liam and Noel really there. I think it was just maybe they'd recorded rehearsals and they were playing them over the PA. So I think that was probably what was happening. And but still, you could hear, and that's obviously what it's going to be. And so I heard a couple, and one of them is not really a spoiler because it's the most played Oasis song, which is what's the most played Oasis song?
Live Forever.
Cigarettes and Alcohol.
Is it really? Is it?
Okay.
Lose points.
Is it really?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, look at that. Beautifully set up.
But so it was Cigarettes and Alcohol was playing. And so you're like, okay, well that's fine, like that's not a spoiler. But then the next day, people were recording and it was literally like the whole set.
Yeah.
And now people have been collating it and I've just gone, no. So I've been having to stay on social media, but then also kind of looking through closed fingers like, oh, I don't want to see, I don't want to be spoiled.
So what's your dream list then?
My dream list, I want them to open with Acquiesce. Obviously, we would like the opening intro track to be Bushes, and so the Bushes song.
Thank you for saying Bushes.
Yes. The Bushes song, and then I'd love them to go into Acquiesce. I don't know. I mean, an obvious one would be Hello, but then you have connotations with Hello as well with the writer of Hello, the partial writer. So we don't want that one really. I think I would love Acquiesce, and to close. I mean, for me, the anthem of the podcast is Stay Young. Stay Young is the song that's, it was a B-side to Do You Know What I Mean? And it's a huge song. It's got a beautiful message behind it. And I would love it to be that song, but I don't think it will be. They haven't played that since like 1997, so unlikely.
You never know.
You never know.
They do a few surprises though, because if the set list is out there, do you think they're going to want to shock people a little bit, put in a few surprises?
Well, I suppose it's what do you count as a surprise? Because like we've talked about like B-sides, most bands it would be really bizarre if you played a B-side, but for Oasis, probably in their top 20 songs, probably 5 are B-sides. So there's there's so many songs that are so loved that they wouldn't really be surprises unless they went for like the later years.
Yeah.
That would be a surprise.
Okay.
But I don't think it will. I think we're going to be pretty much focused on the first two albums.
James, thank you so much.
Thank you, James. Thanks for the shout out as well.
That's all right.
Enjoy tonight and tomorrow.
And there you go. You can have an Oasis podcast back.
Oh, lovely stuff. Thank you so much. Look at that.
No, it's not for me. Oh.
Sorry, I'll grab you. I've got
No,
some downstairs.
Listen, Charlotte, we're going to play your incredible piece all about Rockfield.
Have you been to Rockfield?
Yes, I've been to a visit.
Rockfield Studios is this amazing place, kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's absolutely incredible.